my mouth is just going off of shit that you guys are saying.
Oh, well, then you need
Lower
to
your
lower the
volume.
volume on your headset. Hold on, let me stop recording. Stop recording. It says stop.
Ya estuvo.
It's not stopping. Uh-oh.
Keep talking.
You
Bill
broke it.
Gates. Bill
It is
Gates.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
Motherfucker. See, you know why?
Oh,
Because
man.
you're using a PC. You're using
Yeah.
a fucking, you know what I mean?
That's true. It's true. Have you seen that?
Bill Gates, man.
Have you seen that rap battles of history? Bill Gates versus Steve Jobs.
I haven't seen that one. No.
Oh, dude, it is so cool. You know what the cool thing about doing Skype on my computer is?
What's that?
Is that we can watch that.
As you know, as we're doing the pod, yeah.
As we're doing the pod, because Skype's got the share screen.
Right.
That's right. Orale! What's up, homies?
Oh,
Welcome to
hold
the
on.
Chino
You know what?
and
I'm
Homeboy
gonna turn my mic
podcast.
down.
Thanks for interrupting the intro.
I didn't know we started. I didn't know we started.
Take two.
Orale! What's up, homies? Welcome to the Chino and Homeboy podcast. It's another sacrilegious Sunday of what is it? Sinning, Satan, and help me out here, guys.
Chingazos. I don't know.
Chingadazos, pendejadas.
Right. Pendejadas. Putazos.
That's right. That's right. So as you can see, we're applying a video format to the podcast. Those of you that listen probably are not going to be able to see that because reasons.
Because you can't see with your ears. I mean,
That's right. Yeah.
unless
Yeah.
you're fucking Daredevil.
Or driving, unless you're
Oh,
driving.
right.
Then
Yeah.
you can see with your ears because you got to turn the music down so you can see the address, right?
Right, exactly. Like, wait, what street is this? So you lower the fucking radio down.
That's
Like,
right.
why? Why the fuck do we do that?
I don't know,
There's
man.
actually no. There's actually a scientific explanation for it. Some neurologist explained it, where if you lower your music down, it'll help your brain focus more on looking, or some bullshit like that. I don't fucking remember.
Oh. Huh.
Like it's some sort of sensory synesthetic thing.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, that's
Interesting.
yeah.
All
I
right.
mean, if you think about it, it does make sense.
Yeah. No, I get it. No, that's cool. That's cool. That's kind of like your sense of taste and smell are somewhat connected, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't think shit tastes the way it smells, though I've never tasted or had shit, right?
I would hope not.
But I've had my tongue on a couple of buttholes, and I'm just saying, I cannot attest to the cleanliness of them buttholes.
I mean,
However,
well, so I saw this thing on, I think it was TikTok last
yeah,
night. My wife showed it to me, and I think it was a doctor, and the doctor was saying, please don't sleep naked.
what?
Please sleep with your clothes on, because even while you sleep, you fart,
Right.
and every time you fart, there's like minuscule fucking microscopic chunks of fecal matter.
Fecal matter. Right. Right.
Yes, that gets sprayed out and gets
Right.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So um, he said if you wear your tidy whities, you know, that should be enough protection for said spraying of fecal matter. So
Right.
yeah,
Shouldn't the term be "don't sleep without underwear"?
Dude, we could barely hear you. You need to turn that up.
Uh,
Yes, we will be having technical difficulties. We tried working these out throughout the week, but we got lives and
right.
jobs.
We got
So
shit going on.
Yeah, so you guys are lucky that you're getting what you're getting.
Mic check. Mic check. Mic check.
A
Still,
little bit.
still, still not Lima Charlie, man.
Mic check.
There you
Oh,
go.
that's better. Yeah, that's good. That'll work.
All right. I think it's still affecting the animation, but all right.
It
Look,
works.
if Hey Jones is cartoon, his mouth moves when we talk. Well, just deal with it. All right, it's amateur hour. All right, we ain't professionals.
But we will be.
That's right. That's right. We're working out the kinks. We're working out the kinks as we speak. So, But yeah, yeah. Uh, uh,
We're finally gonna have
eh,
video for our pod.
yeah, I know, right? If I'll explain some things to the audience. So, what we're using Character Animator as our software that is streaming us to through Skype, right?
Right.
We're using something called NDI tools that replaces our web camera with. Do you have a mute option, Hey Jones, to your gaming headset?
No.
You can't mute that.
I mean, are you hearing something?
No, but it is distracting my eyes.
I mean, if I'm muted, if
No,
I'm muted, I can't hear you. Like that's the only time it stops.
Oh, wow, that's
I could
okay. That's a
I could
fascinating.
actually yeah, when I saw his puppet's mouth moving, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of distracting. But hey, it works. It works. I don't give a shit. That's just gives flavor to the thing. So it's all good.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I
But
told you, amateur hour.
what were you saying?
But we're
Um,
using NDI tools to use as an integrated as a virtual camera that Character Animator uses instead of the webcam. But
yeah,
Character Animator uses the webcam to capture our movements so that our puppets can move, in an unnatural way, right? So when you see
right.
Chino's puppet there move all funky, like like if Homeboy moves down like this, that's because we're moving out of the view of the camera and stuff,
Yeah,
So yeah, yeah. But I mean, I think it's cool. I think it's cool. I mean, we're not going to be doing Space Jam anytime soon with this stuff, but it, it it is what it is.
yeah, right. Exactly. It works. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, it works.
Speaking of Space Jam,
Right? Woo! Shrug.
anyway, NDI, Skype,
And character animator.
Adobe, we need sponsors.
That's
So
right. That's
you
right.
know,
That's right. So I'm definitely gonna go on I'm definitely gonna go on Reddit. There's a whatchamacallit, there's a group, a Reddit group that you could post links to your stuff, and I'm definitely this is definitely going up on the YouTubes.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
There's a subreddit for everything. You know, stay away. There it is.
Thanks,
Anyway,
LeBron. Thanks, LeBron.
what are our topics for today? What we talk
Today, that's right. Today we are talking about that Bob Ross documentary. Uh, what is it? What was it called? Hey Joe.
Sad ass life. I don't know.
Yeah, like happy accidents, greed, and something. Bob Ross, uh, happy accidents, something here. Jamie,
That's right, Jamie. What
give
what
me a
what,
sec.
what, what did we watch? What did we just
Right,
watch?
like fucking amateurs.
I mean, it was so I don't know. It was compelling and heart wrenching. You
Hmm.
know, I
Sex
can't
and
remember the
intrigue.
title.
It's called Bob Ross, Happy Accidents, Betrayal, and Greed.
There you go. There you go.
So,
Now, if the audience doesn't see Chino's mouth move with the same speed as Hate Jones and me, it's because he's just got a slower computer. It's what, like 7 years old or some shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah. Not exactly designed for this.
Right.
It didn't know it was coming. It wasn't ready.
So, if you'd like to help us out, help me out specifically,
That's
you
right.
know, you can either buy me a new laptop, buy me a new computer, or just give me the cash.
Or do what you're doing right now. Deal with it.
Right. Or yeah, or deal with it. And I am dealing with it.
Lola, what
So
you think
yeah.
about that? Oh yeah, son.
Oh my god. We're not gonna get sued for this, right?
Uh, maybe. I mean, if we do, we'll just tell them like, you know what would be better than a lawsuit? Sponsorship.
Right. There you
Where's the Chino and Homeboy Cash App?
That's right. That's right. Exactly. Exactly. You could get your discounts at Cash App Cash App slash Chino and Homeboy H8JNZ.
It's Hate Jones, nigga. It's Hate Jones.
Yeah, but you can't. You
Yeah.
can't. They'll spell out Hate Jones on the interwebs. Like, I can't get my discount. I keep putting in what they told me on the podcast, and I can't get my discount. By the way, that's not a discount you're gonna get. You know, so don't try it. We're not sponsored by Cash App, but if you know anybody, tell them to hit us up at Chino and Homeboy at gmail.com, son. But
All right.
yeah, no. Hey Jones. Hey Jones was the one that put us on this tip to watch the Bob Ross documentary. So thoughts, gentlemen? Thoughts?
Man, it alters the way that you know I view those videos now because I do watch Bob Ross to relax, or go to sleep, or sometimes it's just something to have on while I work.
Right.
Um, and it's sad that I know like the money from this video is going to two shysters opposed to his actual family members.
Yeah.
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 Or like I would never buy anything Bob Ross related after this
Right.
movie.
Oh
know?
yeah. Yeah. I'm not getting anything. Well, I mean, I don't watch Bob Ross as it is, but I'm definitely not getting anything Bob Ross related. What I
Yeah.
would do is I would get the products of those other people that are still alive, the Jenkins,
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like those two people like they didn't just fuck over Bob Ross. They fucked over other people associated with Bob Ross. Or you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I was just like one dude from a CIA and his evil wife.
yeah.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
mean,
that's how it is, right?
basically, at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Well, I thought, I was watching this thing as I was doing I was folding laundry actually. I got sick of my laundry piling up, so I just uh I decided to put it on while I was doing laundry. And I thought, what a nice man. Like based off of what everybody was saying, like his family members, like that's how he really was, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, huh. Like, you'd expect, like, at least I was expecting, based off of the title, with that whole greed and all that other bullshit. I was thinking they're gonna reveal some demons here,
Yeah.
or some skeletons in the closet. But I mean, there really wasn't.
There
Not,
Yeah.
was one.
nothing,
There was only
nothing that
one.
no.
There was only
Well,
one.
no, let me finish. Nothing that would shock you anyway.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and so
Yeah.
like him having an affair. whatever, people do that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I was expecting demons in the closet or skeletons in the closet, like he fucking abused animals or some shit,
Yeah.
or was secretly like in a dogfighting ring. I don't fucking know, but like
Right.
something egregious like that.
I was expecting something along the lines of, because most of the people I know that are that happy all the time,
Uh,
uh,
right,
usually have abusive lives
right, yeah,
or been through some abuse. So I was expecting to hear, like his wife was shitty or treated him bad or his parents treated him a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
yeah.
That's the shit that I was expecting. But the fact that he was, kind of a cheater, because I'm
Mhm.
like, was he fucking the CIA man's wife the whole time? Because I could see the CIA man saying, "Do that shit to make sure that he's staying the,
In the,
keep our hooks in him. Go ahead,
stay in the
tap that."
pocket.
Yeah,
Right,
I could see him like being totally okay with that shit just to
being the
keep.
handler, being the
Yeah,
handler.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just like this team us. We gonna do what we
Right,
need to do to get that money.
right,
Uh, but it was interesting like how his career started. You know,
yeah,
um, and it was interesting that he had those partners. I'm like, nigga, you didn't need the motherfuckers at all. Like once you got your TV
right.
show, you need the motherfuckers. Like
Hmm.
somebody else is gonna come to you and be like, "Hey, let's sell paints for us." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
totally didn't need the motherfuckers after that.
Yeah. But he was just such a nice man.
yeah,
You
he
know.
was, he
Well,
was.
I mean, the fact that he put out a trust, he was in business with motherfuckers he knew he couldn't trust.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. 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 Definitely. Oh yeah.
But he
Most
made the
deaf.
fatal flaw of trusting somebody that he thought he could trust, which is his
Yeah.
brother, who sold him out at the end of the day, or sold his
Yeah.
son. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yep.
fucking idiot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they did him dirty.
I was
Yeah.
like, they're suing you, and you have a trust that says you have ownership. They have no fucking case.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what I thought was really shitty was how the son found out. You
Hmm.
Yeah.
know, he
During the
found out
deposition.
during the deposition, and he's like, "What? Like, whoa, dude!
Yeah.
Like,
He was like, what in the hell is this? You know?
right? What in the porn hub?
Well, so the dude, the guy, part of the paint company, the one that said, um, what we ran into was a lack of funds. Because
Yeah,
he said, our attorney said it'll take about $90,000 to, take this to court and win it, but they
yeah.
just ran out of money. You know.
You mean to
Hmm.
tell me that all those people who worked on the show, I mean, they couldn't like put together some money to, help them out? I mean, America. I mean, if they'd have brought it out to America, America would have crowdfunded that shit.
All what people? The fucking show was ran by the fucking married couple.
No, I'm talking
Yeah.
about the crew. The
There
crew.
was no crew.
They,
Yeah,
It
they,
was
there
like
was.
it was a camera woman or a cameraman and the wife.
no,
Dude,
I think he's talking about like all the instructors, all the people associated, like all the the
yeah.
employees, I guess,
Like
right?
all of his fans. Look, all those women that were ripping his clothes off and shit. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was more than 90,000 that would have been willing to put five on it.
Nigga, GoFundMe didn't exist back then.
Dude, they still could have been on TV and say like, "Hey, we got this lawsuit against the Kowalskis. We need money. Cause y'all motherfuckers help us out." I mean, they could have done that. Put an
I mean,
address like, "Hey, mail your money orders and checks to this address." They could have done that.
they would have to have connections to a television station or try to
PBS, motherfucker. They could have been on PBS. What the
PBS
hell? They were on
PBS
PBS.
PBS got to deal with the fucking people.
Dude,
They
dude,
not gonna put out
dude.
something that's
It's
gonna affect their fucking shit.
it's Bob Ross. His son could have reached out to Regis Philbin and Kathy Lee and Phil Donahue and Maury Povich and Jerry Springer and all those motherfuckers. He could have pulled all of them out.
I mean, something about the son made me feel like he had a drinking problem. Personally, at
I
some
mean,
point, I was
he
like,
probably
"Why
did.
does this dude look a little alcoholic-y?" You know,
Right.
like
Yeah. I mean,
like
he probably did.
yeah,
You know,
it's
but
I'm like something's off, nigga. Like you're not telling everything. You telling enough, but you ain't telling everything because
well,
Yeah.
you
it,
look weird.
implicit in in the message when they said he kind of isolated himself and he wouldn't return calls. He went into this deep depression. You know,
Mm.
so I mean, he does look like he did a few substances. You know, and
Right.
it's probably why. But yeah, you're right. He did look very morose and downtrodden, and like maybe he needed something to cope or
Yeah.
help cope.
But I'm
And
like, if you're gonna tell the story, motherfucker, tell the whole fucking story.
This is about Bob Ross. It ain't about him.
It technically it's about him. You know?
yeah, I just
Oh
had to reset
man.
my pose because it looked like I had a giraffe neck there for a second because
Yeah.
I shifted so I can get comfy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The camera. I mean, the camera. The camera's unforgiving.
Yeah.
Like
So
I have to literally close my eyes like this in order for me to look like I'm laughing. Because if I laugh with my eyes open, it looks really weird.
what I thought was interesting too was they interspersed throughout the documentary were like snippets of Bob Ross saying like this is the only place I have absolute power, and like
Yeah.
when you look at it right in retrospect, not that I've ever seen them live or at least like those ones, um, but in retrospect you think about it and you're like, well, yeah, like you could say maybe he was going through some shit here, but like you're not gonna think about that while you're watching it. I mean,
Yeah.
you're paying attention to what the fuck he's doing and how he's doing his strokes on the canvas.
Right.
So it's
And
like,
and
hmm,
and using that very sexy voice to
right.
talk about the
That's
fluffy
that's
little
another.
brows. You really gotta beat it. You really gotta beat it.
No, actually, he says caress it, make love to it here. That's
Right.
how he
Yeah.
said it.
Right.
I'm
Exactly.
Make
I'm
love to
curious on how many of these old ladies was he smashing though.
it.
Right.
I
Right.
mean, it's Bob Ross, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. I mean that afro. He's gonna get a lot of ladies with that thing.
like like uh come with me, I'll show you where I get my perm. Come with me, I'll show my
Right.
perm man. You
Right.
know,
I'll show you where
I'll
I
show you
was
my dude.
inspired to get my perm.
Yep. In that sexy voice of his.
Right. Exactly. You want to see my other perm.
What is this fucking don't mess with the Zohan?
Right. Show me your perm.
That's great.
Oh man. Yeah, but I recommend it. I recommend watching it. Definitely worth the watch. It's heart wrenching. It'll rip your heart out and shit.
Yeah.
But it goes
Uh,
by quick. It's not drawn out. It's short. It's sweet and to the point. Or short and to.
yeah,
That's true. It's a good movie. It's a good documentary. It's definitely eye opening.
No.
I didn't know all that shit was going on. I didn't know all that shit was going on with Bob Ross Inc.
Yeah.
yeah.
Still,
All we knew was happy little fucking trees and shit.
Yeah. That's something that had a conversation. The situation in the doc kind of brings up my thoughts on intellectual property in marriage. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
hmm
like for me, it's just like depending on how long I've been married and if I have kids, if I had intellectual property, especially something with my name and likeness on it, I want that shit to go to blood family members only.
yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like even my wife, if unless we've been together for like 20 years or some shit, um, and even then she would only be a partial owner of it because, like, for instance, Black Panther dude, Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He married his longtime girlfriend shortly before he died of cancer.
Right.
So she's been with him for a minute, but not legally married to him, but for a couple of years.
Right.
She now owns all of his shit. Right
Wow.
now,
Yeah.
it seems that her and the family, I think, are cool or whatever the fuck. Right. But what if she started doing dumb shit with his name and likeness that they don't like? His blood relatives, his mother and father who are still alive, his brothers, um, have no say in it unless
Right.
she allows it. And now, flip this. Say she gets married to me next week, and then she dies in a car accident. I now
Right.
own Chadwick Boseman shit.
Right.
You getting married.
You all right over there?
There, give you some love too. There you go.
Right. Why you marrying her next week?
No, no, no.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Why
That was my
I'm
question.
giving an example. I'm giving an
Oh
example.
Like,
man,
what you got?
I thought
What you got planned?
I
Hey,
thought we
Jones.
was right. I thought we was about to roll in that Black Panther money.
Nah, I wish. Uh, but no. But I'm just saying, like,
I mean, I'm not saying that I was gonna, help you murder her or anything.
Right.
I know you don't have a ski mask, so you can't help me murder anybody.
Yeah,
Uh,
everybody already knows what I look like. I mean, I made the mistake of going on Skype today.
nah, but what I'm saying is, you know, his name and likeness could end up in the hands of somebody who doesn't have any connection to him.
Right.
Kind of like Bob Ross and shit, and
Yeah.
and it's kind of like Prince, right? Like his fucking family members who inherited his shit is doing all the shit he didn't want to be done.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
They're releasing music that he didn't see fit to release. They're making deals with companies that he didn't want to make deals with. They put his music on streaming, which he didn't want to
Hmm.
do because he didn't believe in streaming.
Hmm.
Um, so like if you don't have a properly laid out trust or the right people or whatever, your legacy could be fucked over or stolen and not given to the people that you actually want to be given to.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it used to be that you couldn't find any Prince videos, music videos on anywhere on the internet. Like no YouTube. There's nothing on YouTube. Nothing on Daily Motion. Any of these sites that host videos. Like none of their stuff had Prince in them. And now he's everywhere. I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
complaining, but I'm just saying, to piggyback on Hey Jones's point, yeah, like he didn't want any of that stuff to be happening. Like as soon as someone, would post a video of him, like he complain. He'd say copyright infringement.
Right.
So yeah,
Yeah, and the thing was, they kind of sold all his shit lock, stock, and barrel
right,
to another company. I'm like, y'all didn't even lease the shit so that y'all can still get perpetual money from this misuse over the years. You know what I'm
right.
saying? It's
Well,
like, oh, here's his music.
Yeah.
Here's the rights to his masters. Here, like they gave up everything. And then
yep.
from people that I've been listening to that listen to Prince or listen to some of the music, they're like, I see why he didn't put this shit out. Like it's cool,
Yeah.
but it ain't great. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it, it
Lost you there.
like in art, in any kind of art, you make a bunch of it before good, you know. And so he has to learn a lot of music, and then be like, yeah, that's not relevant. Nah, that's not banging. Okay, on
Losing you again.
keeps me losing me.
Yeah, I
All
don't know.
right.
I don't know if that's on my side or my end only, but anyway.
Did you hear? Did you hear me, homeboy?
Yeah, I heard you. I heard you.
Oh,
All
okay.
right, so it's just on my end then. Anyway, I
Yeah.
mean, I got
So
the gist of it though.
yeah. So all that shit bothers me when it comes to intellectual property
You know,
and death.
when when I, I went on this Prince kick like a few weeks ago, and so I like just listened to his music nonstop. And I was reading about his his life and all that shit. And when he died, um, like what was it? Over 700 people came out of the woodwork saying they're related to Prince,
Oh yeah.
Yep,
going for that
that'll do it.
money, going for that
And
estate.
let's be clear. He was murdered for the masters. Okay, the man
I
killed him.
mean, uh
You know what I'm saying? That's what fucking happened.
huh.
Because they hated him for the bullshit that he did when he didn't like his contract.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's a little too tinfoil hat for me, but I mean, it's plausible.
He did that shit to Michael Jackson too.
Yeah, man, I remember I was in massage school when Michael died.
Yeah, like how does two musical arch rivals
Hmm.
both die from drug overdoses?
Right,
Right.
that's true.
Little too coincidental, don't you think?
What about Pac and Biggie?
Yeah, Pac and Biggie. Yeah. I mean, we could go
That
all
was
the way to stereo.
that was some gangster shit. Yeah,
I mean, we
Right.
could
that's
go to
it.
Stevie
We
Ray
we
Vaughan
know
if you want.
we know who killed who. We just ain't saying shit.
Right. Hmm. Yeah, I guess so. Someone knows something.
Right?
Also, Tupac is alive, motherfucker.
You know, I do like out of all the conspiracy theories, right? I
Yeah.
do Tupac being alive is one of my favorite ones. You know, like that's I think that's one of the ones that I like to entertain the most. You know, like that idea and conversations about that idea. Uh, I like that one the most.
The Tupac is still alive.
Yeah, Tupac's still alive. I mean, according to Dave Chappelle, he's still alive. I'm not
Wow.
alive. Rest in peace, Tupac.
Oh,
Okay, I will. Oh
here
man.
here here's a segue. Um, R. Kelly.
Oh. Funny you should say that because I'm in the closet.
You trapped in the closet.
Yep. He's
Oh
trapped in the
yeah.
closet currently.
Trapped in the closet. Yep.
Yeah. So it seems Dave Chappelle was right about the shit sex.
Right.
What do you mean the shit set like actual fecal matter sex?
Yeah. On the little songs he made um about R. Kelly, he's like, I
Yeah.
want to poop on you too.
Right.
You
Right.
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and it seems that was a thing.
Interesting.
Now,
Yeah.
Huh.
That came out in court.
yep,
Holy shit.
one of the
Oh
victims,
man.
or at least one of the claims is he made a girl eat shit.
What the
Ah,
fuck? Come on,
that's
Kelly.
Now,
disgusting.
my question is, how much of this bullshit that he's done to other girls did he do to Aaliyah? Did he pee and shit on her too?
Man.
You know what
Go
I'm
ahead,
saying?
Zarko. I'm gonna fight this dude.
And then it
I
came
wouldn't
out.
doubt it.
Then it came out that the only reason why they got married was so that she can go and get an abortion.
Oh. Oh shit.
Yep.
That came out
Yes,
too?
I'm
yes,
bristling. I am bristling.
because like I remember I was listening to Damon Dash who dated Aaliyah after R. Kelly, And he was like, she never wanted to talk about him because that shit was painful. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, well, like, did he, like what? Because I'm just thinking like, okay, y'all dated and you were underage and you had sex with a grown man, but he wasn't forcing himself on you. So, you know what I'm saying? It's wrong, but how much abuse did you feel doing it since
Right.
you weren't being forced to do it,
Right.
Um, and now I understand why.
Yeah.
Like I got you pregnant and then I forced you to have an abortion. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
that could be that could be traumatizing.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know
That kind of
about
shit makes me angry, man.
force, but definitely. I mean, was it forced? I mean, did he
I mean,
like physically like
no,
force her on?
I would say he probably manipulated her into it. Hey,
Yeah.
your career blowing up. We can't have a baby because I'm gonna go to jail. Somebody gonna ask da 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 da. So we got to get married to make all the shit legal, and then
Yeah.
need permission so I can go to the doctor with you and say, yeah, you can, you can get her some shit.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
at least these are the claims. So I
Yeah.
mean, they need to be um, validated. But I think the article I read said that he confessed that he got married to her so that she can have an abortion. So
Shit.
So are you saying that R. Kelly killed Aaliyah?
no, Damon Dash,
This dude.
Damon Dash is claiming that Hype Williams killed Aaliyah.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
Who the fuck is Hype Williams?
Director.
Hype Williams is the music director who directed the movie Belly and did all the cool Puff Daddy videos back in the day.
And
And
why would he kill Aaliyah?
I guess she was on a video shoot for one of her music videos when her plane crashed. So her
Hmm.
plane crashed because they overstuffed it. They had too many people and too much equipment.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the pilot, like, they were basically like, we have to take this equipment, and kind of, argued with the pilot to take the shit, and he took it anyway. And then because of overloading, uh, too much weight,
Yeah.
the plane crashed. Um, but there was a luxury um, private jet that she was supposed to be on, according to Damon Dash,
Yeah.
that Mike Williams basically got on and took off with, um, which led her to go on the smaller plane with too much
Right.
shit. That then, because maybe that plane was just gonna haul their gear, and everybody else
Right.
is gonna fly on the private jet.
Right.
And because Hype Williams, took off with it, um, she died in an overstuffed plane. Um, so that's the rumor, or that's Damon Dash's story.
Man, all these pilots making, shitty ass decisions, taking away motherfuckers from us, man. Like that dumbass motherfucker who flew Kobe Bryant into the side of a mountain and shit, man. What
That
the
still
fuck?
hurts me, man. That still
Yeah,
hurts me.
What's up with
yeah.
that?
I
You
mean, I
know?
wasn't a Kobe fan, but I feel for all the people that were on it. You know what I'm saying? Like the children,
Oh yeah,
shit like
absolutely.
that. Like that's totally fucking raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Yeah,
So
man.
I don't like
Like,
to think
what
about
the
it.
fuck? Ah,
Like
man.
at
Yeah.
least,
Who
like at
else?
least let it be a storm or some out of control winds, or like,
Some freak
Yeah.
shit.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah.
like didn't really make sense that
Yeah.
it was just a senseless death. Like him and Aaliyah on both those tips. Like there wasn't a storm. There was no reason for you to for your plane to go down. Um, everything was technically sound. It was just pilot error. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like John Denver and JFK Jr. At least when they died, it's by their own hand. They made that decision. So, but yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Tragic
think Randy
death.
Rhodes died involving a some crash involving a plane and a bus or side of a barn or some shit. But yeah,
Randy Rhodes.
the guitarist for Ozzy Osbourne.
Right. Huh. Jamie, can you verify that? Jamie?
In any case, that sucks, man.
Jamie's looking it up.
That'd be some shit, though. If that really was the case. Fucking. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still bristling from the whole Aaliyah.
From the whole Aaliyah thing.
Yeah, I really want to fight R. Kelly.
Yeah, I mean, look, man. I've been off R. Kelly since I found out about Aaliyah. Like, that motherfucker's been dead to me.
Yeah.
Like, I think the only song I've ever listened to him afterwards was like, I Believe I Can Fly, because you can't get away from that fucking song.
Shit.
It's everywhere. And then his Gotham City song from one of the Batman movie soundtracks. I was like, that song subbed, and I only saw it in video. I never like bought the music or anything else like that, but I watched the video when it came on several times.
Right.
But yeah, I like even at my early age back then, I realized that motherfucker was a pedophile. I'm like, you're actively dating a fucking 14-year-old? Like, no, nigga, I'm good. Never
Right.
really listened to his music after that, unless, like I never put on an R. Kelly song outside of that Gotham City shit. I've never.
Well, shit. I was gonna fucking cover one of his songs with a guitar. Because I mean, I didn't really know who R. Kelly was. I mean, yeah, I've heard his songs. I'm a rock guy, so I heard one of his songs one time. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna cover that. Like, I like the the rhythm of it. So, but yeah, not no more's. Fuck R. Kelly.
Yeah. I mean, like, he's getting his just desserts. Now here's a great spin. He's trying to sell his catalog and nobody wants to buy it. I think he's asking like 20 to 40 million, which is way below what his shit's valued based off of its previous popularity.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're just trying to like draw it down to the bare bones. To like, okay, yeah, I'll give you a couple of 100,000 for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I think he's looking for money for
lawyer fees,
lawyers to fight it. Because he's running out of cash. Because supposedly, like, one, he's illiterate, and two,
he is.
Yeah, he's illiterate. He can't read.
Shit. That's a revelation to me too.
Yeah, like he's a kid who he doesn't write music. He plays everything by ear. Like, literally, he's probably a musical genius.
Right.
But he can't read, and he clearly isn't too fucking bright.
Who are we talking about? I was too busy reading. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I was too busy reading about how Randy Rhodes was essentially a dumbass.
Yeah, so like he's a genius in one aspect and a dumbass in another. Probably a victim of molestation, because I think his brother came out and made claims like they were both molested by their mother or a woman in their family. So like, all of his shit is family bullshit. But it's just crazy, and he's going to go to jail for a long time, and he probably need money to put on the books for protection also.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not sure how much protection he's gonna get,
because
with
he's
what he's going to jail
about
for.
to get locked in the fucking closet for real.
Right. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And so so I mean, it's a crazy story to see that kind of shit go down. But like I say, as a young kid, I was like, oh, this nigga's a pedophile, and I've been off of him. And then when all these news stories start popping up, my question was, because it seemed like I saw the videotape and I was like, clearly that's a child. Like I looked at it long enough to see that that was a child, and then I turned it
Yeah.
off. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, like the art the Aaliyah thing was always kind of a rumor or a myth to some degree.
Yeah.
But then when I saw that videotape and he's clearly with a young girl, I was like, I'm in my 20s and I can tell that that's not a fucking adult. It's an
Right.
overgrown
Yeah.
teenager, but that's not an adult.
Yeah.
Game over, go to jail. So that's
Right.
when I like Aaliyah turned me off, but when I saw the video, I was completely done with the motherfucker at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hold
And-
up, hold up. So we're done with R. Kelly, right? Like, we're not giving that motherfucker any more of our money or any airtime.
Right.
We done with Mike too, MJ, Michael Jackson.
yeah,
I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah.
no playing Michael Jackson or anything. How do we feel about wife beaters and shit? Because we got Bing Crosby, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, I think. We're getting
you
sued.
just
Yeah.
you just
I'll
you
fart in their
just
mouths
listed a
too.
bunch of people I don't watch,
We don't
so
listen.
I couldn't
We don't
tell
listen
you.
to them anyway, right?
Yeah. I'll fart in their mouths too. Shit. They can catch the hands.
Right, right. All right, all right. Just making sure, man. I need to know who Chino and Homeboy are canceling.
I mean,
Because
for
we
some,
woke up in this bitch.
I mean,
We're
for
canceling
some,
everybody.
for some people, they could separate the work. Like I've rewatched the Cosby Show series,
Yeah.
you know.
Mhm.
But then with R. Kelly, that his shit is a little weird because all of his songs now have like this perverted undertone. You know,
Right.
age ain't
Right.
nothing but a number. He wrote that, produced it for Aaliyah. Um, you know, like all of
The
his songs
fuck.
now have like pedophilic undertones. Now that you know how he really gets down. You know?
Right.
Yeah. Well, none of Michael Jackson's songs are like that. I mean, you could listen to his songs and you could tell none of them about any little kid.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
But the whole kid thing with him was never proven.
Right.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
You mean he
It's
didn't?
like,
You mean he didn't have Tigger near his dick?
well, it's like, so yes, he wasn't found guilty of what he was accused of. But I forget which comedian it was that said, "Well, would you let your kid go to his place?" You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
this motherfucker's got a menagerie. He's got a
Well,
zoo. He's got a fucking theme park in his ranch.
Right.
Like,
I I do believe it was completely inappropriate, and
yep.
Yeah.
any parent who allowed it to happen,
Hmm.
uh, sleepovers with an adult or some shit like that, but no
Yep.
other supervision that you sent along, like your niece or nephew or aunt or uncle or some shit like that,
Hmm.
are totally at fault for anything
Oh
that went
yeah,
down.
they're complicit.
Um,
As far
Yeah.
as I'm
totally,
concerned.
totally fucking complicit. But at the end of the day, none of the shit was really proven. So he
Right.
could have just been an eccentric motherfucker who, who like hanging out with kids.
Peter Pan syndrome.
No,
Def-
like
Definitely on that
eccentric
shit.
might be the nicest way to describe, someone like Michael Jackson. I
Yeah.
like that, Nate Jones. That's awesome. That
Oh, I mean,
that
why
that
couldn't Michael just hang out with young 20-year-olds like Leonardo DiCaprio and James Franco?
Because,
they
well,
too old, fool.
I think with him, the way I see it is like is a trust issue.
Right.
It's either a trust issue or like, he basically hung around kids who were the age of when he was forced into the music business by his father.
Right. Right.
You know,
Right.
so like
Yeah.
like the thing that stunted my growth as
Mhm.
emotional growth as a child is where I kind of hang around, and then
Right.
probably he probably doesn't trust adults too much because adults have agendas. So
Right.
it's
Yeah.
like the only pure people I can hang out with are children.
Right.
Right.
When you stop being a child, I can't trust you because now there's other things in the air.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Because
true.
all the women that he's ever went out on dates with or were connected with basically said he was asexual. You know.
Huh.
So I'm
Right.
like, was he asexual to the point where like he only liked kids for sex, but there was no penetration in any of these rumors. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just looking and touching or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
no kid was going home with a bloody anus. You know,
Right.
so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, didn't
Yeah.
hold on.
No.
So just
Like
to
there was no child porn found in his house.
right.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, if this motherfucker was fucking kids or molesting kids in some kind of fashion, this
Yeah.
motherfucker would definitely have photograph, video, because he got the money for like he got motherfucker could have a reel to reel in the back or a whole movie theater full of this shit,
Yeah.
being that rich. So I'm like, if he was really that type of person, there would be more evidence.
Yeah.
So it's like fucking Jared and shit, right? They
Yeah.
Mhm.
kick in the subway doors and this nigga got a salami full of child porn.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I got to get my fix. Eat
Right.
fresh. You know. Um. So I don't see how Mike is gonna be this prolific, super rich
Pederast.
pedophile,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not having like video evidence of him, taking keepsakes or making these videos or taking photographs of naked children.
Yeah.
Because
Can
if
we change
some
the
if we
subject
would have
because
found
it's getting me pissed off.
yeah
It really is getting me
if there
angry.
was child porn found in his house, it'd be a rap. It wouldn't even be a question.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Like I'm
All right.
literally bristling.
So back to Randy Rhodes' dumbass.
Okay.
Now, who is this person?
He was the guitarist for Ozzy Osbourne.
Okay.
Yeah. So apparently they had been driving like all night or much of the night, and they stopped at what's called Flying Baron Estates in Leesburg, Florida, to fix a malfunctioning air conditioning unit on the bus while
Mm-hmm.
Osborne was asleep. Right
Mm-hmm. Yep.
on the property owned by the Calhoun brothers tour bus company, there was an airstrip with small helicopters and planes. Without permission, the tour bus driver and private pilot Andrew Aycock took a single engine. Oh, so the bus driver, who was also a private pilot,
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Aycock, took a single engine Beechcraft F-35 plane, right? And he had taken the keyboardist Don Airy and tour manager Jake Duncan with him as passengers. During the first flight, um, Duncan revealed that Aycock buzzed the bus in an attempt to wake drummer Tommy Aldridge. The group then landed, and a second flight soon took to the air with Rhodes and makeup artist Rachel Youngblood on board. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though he was afraid of flying, Rhodes wanted to take some aerial photos of the countryside for his mom. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And tried unsuccessfully to coax the bassist Rudy Sarzo to join him on the flight. Sarzo chose to get some extra sleep instead. Right?
Mm-hmm.
During the second flight, more attempts were made to buzz the tour bus. Aycock succeeded in making two close passes, but botched the third attempt.
Yep.
I'm sorry to be laughing at that, but
Yeah.
Darwin Awards, right?
Man,
Yeah.
that's
You
stupid
know,
as fuck.
yeah.
He
I
was a great
won't go into the,
guitarist. Too bad.
I won't go into the graphic details. You can go on Wikipedia and look that shit up yourselves, homies. But it's pretty graphic.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to else to react to death except by laughing my ass off. So I'm sorry. It's a nervous
It make
laughter.
it makes me uncomfortable, so I laugh.
Right, exactly. It's a nervous laugh, people. It's a nervous laugh. right? So I was digging through this closet that I'm sitting in, right? And I'm clearing some stuff out that, I mean, I don't even know where I got it from, but I got this book called World's Dumbest Laws.
Mm.
And it's originally published as Crazy Laws, abridged from the Trenton Pickle Ordinance. I don't know. But I'm reading through this shit, right? And in Miami, it is forbidden to go around imitating animals.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What do you mean imitating animals? In what capacity?
I don't know.
Having
It's
sex
just
in
all it
public.
says. It's like in Miami, it is forbidden to go around imitating animals.
Like,
So
hold
if
on. So
if I walk down the street and start barking, I can
you'll
get
get in trouble.
arrested. Or if I walk around on all fours with a saddle on my back, pretending to be a horse, I get arrested. Like,
I I don't know, but it sounds like something Chino and Homeboy should do in Miami while high.
I don't want to get arrested, bro. I don't, I'm not.
I
I don't know.
I
Like,
mean,
I'm all for shenanigans and hijinks, but I'm not sure I want to get arrested. I'm too pretty
I mean,
for. I'm pretty for jail.
but do you think we would actually get arrested? I mean, wouldn't it be hilarious? Like, hey, what'd you get arrested for? I got arrested in Miami for imitating an animal, testing a law that shouldn't be on the books.
I mean, yeah, it's we'll do it for the culture. There you go.
Right, for the culture.
But oh, so okay, so I
Look,
have a question though about this stupid ass law.
yeah.
So what if you imitate the velociraptor?
Oh, you know, that's that's a good one. Yeah. You know what
Because
we could do is
you know,
we could probably like call a Miami lawyer and like, tell them like, hey, we're planning on breaking some laws in Miami or a law in Miami.
right,
Can we can we pay you a retainer?
right, yeah. So listeners, if you want this to happen, push us
Right?
like crack.
Exactly. Push us like crack. We'll set up a kicks no, not a Patreon. You could like send
Yeah.
money for these shenanigans. You know.
Yep.
Uh, Another one. Montana passed a law providing that if you catch a fur-bearing animal and tattoo your name on it, the animal thereafter belongs to you.
Okay. That's a bit. Yeah. I mean,
I don't think that's punishment enough because
it's
you could just decide to kill the animal for lunch.
Well, I mean, if you tattoo your name on it, you're free to do so. I mean, unless it's a dog. I think they'll treat dogs differently. I think we in America here we don't do that. Cats, I don't know. Cats, maybe you could do the cat.
yeah. We're not in the Philippines. Doctor safe.
Here's you want to know. Here's one. It is illegal to mispronounce the name of the state of Arkansas in Arkansas.
Really?
Yeah, like you can't. I guess if you're in Arkansas, you can't call it Arkansas, or you're gonna
Right.
get arrested and fined or some shit.
You mean you
Wow.
can't properly pronounce the name then?
You have to
Right.
pronounce it
No,
properly.
because Arkansas is what it's really That's the real fucking name.
I mean, I'm not going. Does that sound like something Chino and Homeboy should do?
It's like,
Like, let's
look,
find out. So
there's North
I'm down.
Dakota and there's South Dakota.
Right.
There's what is this? South
North.
Carolina and
Yep.
North Carolina.
Right.
Uh-huh.
There's Kansas and there's Arkansas. That's
Right.
what it is.
maybe maybe it's the French pronunciation. I don't know. Um,
That just doesn't
maybe.
sound very French, like Arkansas. Like,
Well, you know how the French have the silent s's.
well, then that's not Kansas. It's Kansas.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, like uh, yeah, it could be. I don't know. It could be the French pronunciation. It could not. It might not be.
I wonder if
I don't
this one's still on the books. A California law forbids a woman to drive a car while she is dressed in a house coat.
know.
That's probably
Like
some
what?
shit. That's probably some shit that's been on the books that has never been taken off, but they leave it there just in case
Like what's a house
women
coat?
get out of line.
For when they get online. Yeah, and what's a house coat exactly? Is that like a
What's a
bathrobe?
house coat?
Is that like a bathrobe?
I
Yeah,
don't
like a
know.
bathrobe. Yeah, it's like the little bathrobe, or it's kind of like an indoor jacket. Like a woman, if she went to sleep in a nightgown, she would wear the house coat over it to like answer the door, go out and get the mail, shit like that.
How do you know that?
Huh?
Because you're old. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I am old. But
Oh,
if you watch I Dream of Jeannie, Bewitch, and shit like that, you'll see women in those.
yeah, yeah. You're right. I've seen that shit in movies. So, what else? What else you got?
What else I got? All right, hold up. Here we go. In Fairfield, Alabama, it is against the law to go down Gary Avenue in a rowboat.
Okay.
Now,
Like,
what if I'm in the rowboat being hauled by a truck on a platform?
I believe that would be illegal.
Well,
However,
what if
like,
there's a flood?
what if there's a flood and the
I,
flood takes you down Gary Avenue
Right.
while
I'm
you're in this rowboat?
I'm wondering if this law came because they have regular flooding and assholes hop in boats and go down the avenue.
Well, every law that we have, of course, it was probably created because of some asshole, right? That just proves my handful of assholes theory correct once again.
That's
Like
true.
it was some asshole that was going down Gary Street having a shit ton of fun, right? Oh, wait, hold up. It was coming. I scared it. Scared it away. But it was an asshole. There was a flood, and some asshole was having fun in a rowboat on the flooded street of on Gary Avenue, right? And there were people like, "Oh, look, that dude, he's so fucking funny, ha ha ha! Look at that shit, look at that shit." But there's some haters, man. Some haters that are like, "We need to make that against the law. That dude's having entirely way too much goddamn fun. No one's supposed to be having fun like that." Because people once they see someone having fun, then everyone starts getting their rowboat to go have fun in the flooded street. And there's gonna be some haters and be like, we can't be having that. That's not how we do things around here in Alabama.
Right. I've been to Arkansas. Um, I wonder if I
I'm
don't
glad
remember
you
ever
made it
saying
back.
right. I don't remember having a conversation where I mispronounced Arkansas in Arkansas. I wonder if the people of Arkansas actually know that that's a law.
Probably not.
No, probably not.
Because it sounds silly enough to make obscure. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Now, now is Montana one of these states that legalize weed? Cause I don't think it is. But if you are, hi, in Montana, unrestrained giggling is forbidden on the streets of Helena, Montana.
Man,
Hmm.
you know what? I'm at to pass that to one of my homeboys who's currently living in Montana.
Tell them to take video.
Yeah. Uh, yeah.
Let's see.
I will double check with him.
Who the hell lives in Montana?
Uh,
I don't know. I don't know. It's a good
I
question.
mean, it's like Las Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck made the decision to start some shit here in the middle of the fucking desert? You know what I mean?
The
yeah.
mob.
Well, no, I understand the history of Vegas and all that stuff, but like, what the fuck will possess you to um set up shop in the middle of nowhere where it's hot as fuck? I'm just
That
saying.
is a good question. And I don't think mobsters are known for, thinking shit that far ahead.
Right. Like, they're not exactly the best decision makers. I mean,
Right. I mean, they are the mob.
Oh,
Don't
maybe they
kill
are.
us. Don't kill us for just
Well,
making
maybe they
jokes,
are.
mobsters. Just making jokes.
Bro, like I said, well, maybe they are. In their particular microcosm, maybe they
Yeah.
are making the best decisions. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway,
So in Atlanta makes it against the law to tie a giraffe to a telephone pole or street lamp. I want to know what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Clearly, somebody took a giraffe and tied it to a light post.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's like, the brass tacks story. But I want to know, who was it? Where did they get this giraffe? And why were they walking it down the street?
They kidnapped it from Siegfried and Roy.
No, it's Atlanta, not Vegas.
They probably got there's well, you know what it is? It was probably the Tiger King
I was
guy,
gonna say it was that Tiger King guy.
or one of his acolytes.
It's that bitch Carol Baskin.
Yeah.
That's who it was. Or that other guy with the hot chicks, Doc Antle or whatever the fuck his name is.
Right. Right. Dude, yeah. Check this out. Seattle passed an ordinance that states that goldfish says Seattle passed an ordinance stating that goldfish could ride the city buses in bowls only if they kept still.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
Again, that sounds like something Chino and Homeboy should do.
I mean, yeah, why not? Do it for the culture, right? I'm down. Let's do it.
In California, it is illegal for a dog to worry a cashmere goat. What?
So you can't use what do you call those herd dogs with cashmere goats?
I guess.
I guess.
Like, is a cashmere goat a thing?
That's odd. That's oddly specific. It's like,
right?
Like,
I mean, what animal does cashmere come from?
A goat, I guess.
I thought it was like from an alpaca or some shit like that.
Huh?
Yeah.
Jamie, can you tell us where cashmere comes from? Hold up, Jamie.
Yeah, I mean, an alpaca sounds correct. I guess it isn't.
Cashmere. Jamie. Oh, I don't want anybody to know where I'm at. Cashmere wool is a fiber obtained from cashmere goats.
Huh. Learn something new every day.
And some other breeds of goat. Huh. I was today years old when I found out.
Yeah,
me too. That shit comes from fucking goats. There's a cashmere goat. Ain't that some shit?
Mm-hmm. That is some shit. You know what else is some shit? The canceled cancellation of porn.
Oh, did we talk about that?
We haven't talked about the canceled cancellation of porn.
We're back to we talked about the cancellation of porn.
No, the canceled cancellation of porn. OnlyFans retract their statement.
Oh yeah, because they realized they were about to go out of fucking business.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit, I'm be broke.
Yeah, hold up a second. Hold up 1 second. Keep talking. I gotta.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Like so many motherfuckers like just like I guess they just started abandoning shit and going to the other platforms that do the same shit and don't give a fuck. And I guess the rapper Tyga, he makes porn, so he quit Pornhub. I mean, not Pornhub, but what do you call this shit again?
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans
Yeah.
to open up his own triple X platform, similar to OnlyFans. So like their bullshit decision just took one of their top earning performers or content creators, run off and make a fucking
make his own shit.
make a competitor, because he's gonna tell all the chicks like, come over here, because we're never trying to go straight. Like,
Is that Fansley?
I forgot. Nah, his shit was called Triple X something. Like he just started it like within the week they decided to do this bullshit. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. So like it's owned by a content creator, and it's just like, hey, fuck them, come over here, because we ain't gonna never switch up. Like,
well, look, all I'm saying is if the OnlyFans people like change their minds because the banks were like, oh shit, what have we done? It's too late now. That ship has sailed. You can't go back. You know that snowball is running down the hill out of control now. You know, it's an avalanche now. So you know, you're done, son.
Facts. And my thing is like, banks do like, so I was listening to somebody talk about this on the podcast, and there's like the banks already do business with porn shops and whatnot. So why would OnlyFans or any digital platform like OnlyFans be an issue when you take money at sex shops, you took money from video companies that sold what do you call it, rented triple X videos back in the day.
Yeah.
So like, why would you pinpoint this one in particular not to support? Like, it didn't make any sense.
Let's keep in mind that OnlyFans is based out of the UK.
Oh, is it? I thought it was an American thing.
No, the OnlyFans is based out of the UK. I'm sure this Fansley guy or whoever is making this competitor is in America. You know.
Yeah. He's an American rapper, so.
Yeah. So here in America, we do business differently.
Right.
So, you know, it could have been any of the, like, there could have been regulations in the UK, banking regulations in the UK that forbid them from doing that kind of thing or something, or, you know, I don't know the legal issues behind it or why, but all I know is motherfuckers fucked up and I need more coffee.
Word. But yeah, I guess porn isn't canceled after all.
Well,
No?
I mean, OnlyFans is canceled now.
There's still there's still that October law about the filing thing. So that may diminish shit when that hits the fan.
Okay. What's the October law?
Yeah. So in 2 months we'll find out.
But is it a federal law or is it a state law?
I do believe it's a federal law requiring both the creator and the distributor to have copies of it. So like, say for instance, because the porn star I was watching, she was like, okay, say there's like 5 tube sites, right, that she posts content on. She's gonna have to keep those filings and then organize some way of transferring filings to each one of these distributors over and over and over again. Mind you, there's hundreds of tube sites with content that they can just go and easily upload. And now there's going to be this paperwork that has to be shuffled back and forth and stored perpetually.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which, it's like fucking medical records and shit, you know?
Right.
And so now you've created like a medical record situation with porn releases on both sides of the fence.
Right. I don't see this. Where is that? I can't find it.
I sent shit with a link. I watched it on what do you call that shit? On
Messenger.
X video. I think the link I sent you to my Notion had the thing in it. I'll punch it up for you real quick. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, because that's what she was stating, and I was like, nobody's talking about it.
Can we explain to the kids who don't know what the October law is?
The October law states that, like currently, if you make porn, you have to get licenses or releases, and you
Mm-hmm.
have to get copies of the performers' licenses and IDs to make sure that they're not underage.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So you have to have that stored, in triplicate or duplicate or some shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if they ever come to you and be like, prove that this person agreed to be in this video and is of age, you can pull out the proof.
Right.
Currently, only the people who produce it, so like let's say Vivid Entertainment, they
Mm-hmm.
would have to they would have to hold that down. They would have to keep that filed and stored for their records, right? So if
Right.
anybody ever called, they could just pull it out and be like, okay, here you go, proof.
Yeah.
Um, but now, wherever Vivid distributes their video, right? So let's say, was that Porn Hamster or some shit like that? X Video, any of these tube sites, if they
Uh-huh.
display content on any of those sites too have to have the releases for the videos that are being distributed.
Oh shit! So you can't just
You can't
upload
just
as
upload
random
it. You're gonna
shit.
have to like mail me a physical copy and give me a digital copy or some shit like that. And then they got to hold on to it for as long as that fucking video is on their platform.
No shit.
Yeah.
Huh. So you can't
So
just wow. So you really can't just open up a tube site, because you
no.
got to go through all this red tape.
Yeah. Because I had a homie
That's
who
fucking nuts.
was running a tube site, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
he wanted me to do some code changes, but I'm like it was like above my level of knowledge.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? So he was trying to work it off of that. And he's like, yeah, man, they just send me the videos and then I post them on here. And it was just a whole kind of MLM kind of vibe to it.
Right.
Where like, oh, here's the complete website. Like they give you everything and then you're supposed to promote it and whatnot. And when the ads come on, if somebody click on the ads, you get cash kind of deal. But they
Right.
supply you with all the content. So that dude would have to keep all those copies,
Uh-huh.
in physical form, probably in digital and physical, which means now you got to hire a fucking warehouse after a
Right.
couple of weeks.
Right.
You have
Right.
to have a storage unit, and somebody who's gonna copy it and move it and place it there, and then that space just perpetually grows as you get more and more content on your fucking platform.
Damn, that shit sounds like a lot of fucking work.
Yeah. Let me see. Where did I put? Uh, my podcast
Like
miscellaneous podcast notes.
the idea of having to have a fucking warehouse just so you could have records, right?
Yep.
Is stressful to me.
Yeah.
It's like I just like I literally I felt sweat, like forming on my
Right,
forehead. Like what
right.
the fuck?
Oh man, I can't imagine doing that shit. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to follow that link on Skype.
Right.
I didn't say
It's like it's
I'm
like
just giving you the dirt, man. I'm just giving you the dirt.
No,
it,
no,
it-
I mean,
it's like who knew butt naked could be so fucking stressful, right? Like
right?
come on now.
All right, hold up. I opened up Skype on Jamie. Jamie opened up Skype. Hold up, so I can follow this damn link.
But yeah. So I guess OnlyFans is canceled.
It,
Or
it's
it's gonna be.
it's gonna be canceled. I'm
Yeah.
quite certain. Like some of the bigger people, as soon as they heard that shit, probably skedaddled or start making contingency plans. And if
Yeah.
those contingency plans are more profitable than they'll probably definitely jump ship.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. Money talks, right?
she put this on X videos, and I'm like, oh look, and then right below is her porno, and I'm like, oh, should I watch this video or should I watch this video? Or this
Well, there,
sexy clown with big tits. Like, how can you say no to that?
there, there, there are titties in the video as she talks about this law change.
Huge tits, blonde Samantha, 38G loves big cock. I mean, come on now. How am I supposed to watch your major changes in October when I got that shit to distract my ADD?
Yeah. But yeah, should I watch the big changes, the big titties?
Right, exactly. Like, oh, there's big titties in major changes, but look, there's pussy in this one.
It's like that's a no-brainer to me.
Right?
I'll worry about the big changes later. Right now, it's the big ass titties.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
Exactly.
funny.
that's how I would think
It's
about it.
funny because I came across this one randomly, and I'm like, major changes, and then I played it, and then come to find out, she basically puts a podcast on this fucking channel.
X videos. She puts a podcast on X videos.
Maybe we should
Yeah,
do the same thing on the
she's
hub.
she does like on this thing. She actually chats with her fans and talk to them back and forth, recorded and posted up here.
Interesting. Nah, fuck P Hub. We're not doing P Hub anymore. P Hub is just it's bougie.
Right. So what? We're doing X videos then?
Yeah, we'll post
All right.
shit on X videos. Hell
All
yeah. What is it? We can do our commentary.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I don't think X videos like whatchamacallit censors graphic like quote unquote graphic violence. Did we talk about that? We did talk about that last week where we got
did.
yeah,
did.
yeah. I caught another ban. I caught a restriction. I didn't get banned from Facebook this time, but I caught a restriction for changing my cover photo to this to this cartoon thing that is essentially a bunch of headstones with
Yeah, yeah. So they banned you for that?
people's anti-vax claims. Yeah, they
Wait
gave
a
me a
minute.
restriction. Like, I can't advertise on Facebook like I could advertise on Facebook. Oh, and I can't live stream. And I think I think it's for 30 days or some shit. Hold up. Let me look it up real quick. I'll let you
Yep.
know exactly.
You're catching a lot of band hammers, man.
That's political commentary. Like, why would that even be a thing?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's something about the algorithm, the whole
Oh, here it
anti-vax
is.
thing.
Yeah, account
Propaganda.
warning. Yeah, I can't go live for 30 days, and I can't advertise for 30 days. So,
The two useless restrictions that you're currently not fucking with.
yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not watching. I'm not going live, on Facebook. No one watches that shit anyway. They'll watch Instagram live, but they don't watch Facebook live. Nobody watches that shit. Like who the fuck watches that shit?
I mean,
My
I
my
generally
mother
don't.
apparently.
Would she watch Facebook live if she knew that we were streaming?
I mean, it's not her kind of content. But when I was visiting her yesterday, she listens to this lady who basically just sits up there and talks to herself for the most part.
Right.
You
Very
know,
stream of consciousness. Is that what you're saying?
just like if I just like if we were on the phone and you said no words and I just ran off at the mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a podcast.
Yeah, I mean it's just her. She goes live and now she didn't con my mother into supporting her. My mother's like, how do I send her money? I was like,
Fuck sending her
no,
money. Send Chino and Homeboy money. Chino
you
and
know,
Homeboy need it more than that lady.
yeah, because that lady's already making money, and then she's selling classes on telling people how to do it, which I'm like, it's not that hard. You just go live.
It's
Right.
like, It's like one of those infomercials back in the day, like how to sell, how to get people, like selling a book, right? And the book says how to get people to send you $50 for a book.
Yeah.
You know,
He's like,
it's
she
got that
made
vibe.
$60,000 one month. I'm like, mother, all you do is talk on the phone to people all day. You could do the same fucking thing on Facebook from
Right.
your phone.
Right.
And
Right.
I could set up a Cash App link for you, be like, hey, support me. Go here and give me money. Yeah. I was like, it's not that hard. And you like she's like, no, she said you had to do all that. I'm like, mother, trust me. This is where I work in this space. It's
Right?
not that fucking difficult.
Mother,
I can go live on my phone with you on my Facebook page right now. I can go to YouTube and do a live stream right now.
yeah.
It's not, but she taking money, so it has to be some other thing. I was like, she's probably a content creator from Facebook, and if you get get your numbers up, Facebook will come to you and be like, hey,
Hmm.
want to get some of this creator cash to do XYZ?
Right.
I'm like,
Yep.
it's not. If you're doing a good job, they'll come to you if you don't come to them first.
Right.
Right. Right.
Like you will be found. And I was like, you got goofy stories, you got goofy fucking friends. Just get on and go live and say fuck it. Say whatever you feel like saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And tell her to pace herself, right? Tell her to like write shit down and just do like maybe one or two for like 10, 20 minutes. She don't need to go on for hours and hours and shit, going stream of consciousness.
Man, my mother left that shit on for like an hour while like
That's
because
awesome.
I came in and I thought maybe she was video chatting with somebody because the
Right.
voice sounded like one of my aunts telling
Right.
hood stories. So at
Right.
first I thought she was listening to her but
It's
had it
even
on
better.
mute. But then as I started listening to her, I'm like, oh, this is that chick she told me about before. Like she had
Yeah.
mentioned her before. And so like I was over to give my mother a haircut, and I think it was like an hour before we got moving, and she still had the shit on. She just turned the volume down while I cut her hair until she wanted to see how I was cutting her hair. So then she start like using the camera as a mirror kind of
Yeah.
deal.
Uh-huh.
And took a few snapshots and shit. But it was just like you could be live streaming this and getting paid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it could have been that simple, but it's weird. I have two relatives that I think would be cleaning up in this podcast, internet, social media space.
Yeah.
One is my gay cousin who has always been hilarious. Um, Back in the day, like that was the main thing. Is like I used to go places with him and his friends because we were basically became the asshole kids on the bus that you don't want to sit next to because all we
Right.
did was clown anybody within our vicinity and
Right.
talk loud and do all that shit, right?
Right.
But totally fucking hilarious. He has an Instagram account and doesn't post anything.
Right.
I'm like, nigga, you're funny and you like, you literally like holding court, you know, like
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
anywhere you go, if he's there, he's gonna end up running the table and making all the jokes. Like him and my
Lord and
other
groom.
cousin that hangs out with him, Ebony. She's fucking crazy. So like you take them two motherfuckers and drop them in a room and you're gonna get some funny hood shit. You
Right.
know.
I'll pay
But
to see that.
neither one of the motherfuckers are on social media. I mean, like are like producing any kind of content. And then my
Mhm.
Right.
mother, 'cause she talks on the phone all day and give people advice and all that shit. I'm like, you can do this shit with strangers for money, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Like if she started a YouTube channel, she could just take questions
Yeah,
from like her fans, and she could give her advice, like just
yeah.
like
Like send me $5 and I'll talk to you and answer your fucking questions and give you some advice.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. She could put up Patreon and shit.
yeah. Because I'm like this.
Send me $5 and I'll give you advice. In fact, Chino and Homeboy should do that. We should do that shit.
We
We'll
should.
start a Patreon. Like, send us $5 and we'll give you advice.
Let's do it. Let's fucking do it.
Chino and Homeboy's advice channel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Hell yeah.
We'll make videos for you. It's like Cameo, except better, because you actually get advice from us. Like, what kind of, well, but Homeboy, what kind of advice can you give us? I can tell you how not to get divorced.
Don't get married.
As well, that's number one. Hey, stop giving away our secrets for free.
That's the way.
Oh man, what was it? Yesterday I was thinking like I want to get ordained in the Church of Cthulhu, right? And then it occurred to me like, how can we start a church of Chino and Homeboy?
I think you just need to do some paperwork, my nigga.
Yeah, California
Really?
has different laws from other states.
If you're certified in one state, are you certified in all?
I think so.
Because if so,
But you gotta
I may have to make my own.
right? You know, like what is it? Send us $5 or send. You don't have to send us $5. Send us $1. Like, I don't even really want to start a church of Chino and Homeboy. I want to start a church just like, let's just start a Church of Christ or something, right? You know,
Mm-hmm.
and then register that shit, make it a nonprofit, and then just tell people like, if you send us $1, we will send thoughts and prayers. That's it. Thoughts,
Yeah.
it's a thoughts and prayer. We're the thoughts and prayer machine, right? Send thoughts and prayer, collect that money, and then the nonprofit makes donations to the Chino and Homeboy. What is it? Get us out of poverty fund.
Right.
Don't get too popular. Benny Hinn gonna send his goons after you.
Oh, explain, man. We used to defend America. I think we could handle Benny Hinn.
No. Benny Hinn don't want you cutting into his racket.
Fuck him in his racket. Like I said, we used to defend America. How old is Benny Hinn now? I mean, I think we could handle him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he got goons that was in at war with you.
Well,
Who the fuck
shit.
is
If he
Benny
got,
Hinn?
yeah,
You
he
don't
got
know who
shooters.
Benny
That's all
Hinn
right.
is?
We are shooters. He got shooters. We are shooters. We got training, right, Chino?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Wait, who are we talking about?
Yeah, who is Benny Hinn? I don't know who Benny Hinn is.
Y'all
Whoever.
never seen Benny Hinn?
No.
Uh-uh.
Is he that dude on the 700 Club?
No, but he's
Pat
been on the
Robertson.
700 Club.
What's that?
Hold on, I'll hit you up. Okay, you've seen the YouTube video of like they take the Street Fighter music and they show a preacher laying hands on people and knocking them out.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You
Okay.
got a white-haired Indian-looking dude waving his jacket at people.
Yes.
yeah.
That's Benny Hinn.
Oh yeah, I see him.
The Hinn is spelled Hinn.
Yeah, I see that. I see it now.
Yeah. So like, I was watching an expose on his organization, and
Yeah.
people put money in little pouches and send them to him for prayers.
Yeah.
And the news crew just found all their little prayers thrown in the dumpster with the money removed.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, you'd think he'd at least have the common sense to like,
Shred them.
shred them. Yeah.
Niggas, motherfuckers only do shit that they think they're gonna get caught on. It's like, ain't nobody gonna search the dumpster. Fuck that shit. Just throw it away. Yeah. Fucking,
You thought.
what do you call those things? Shredders cost money and take electricity. Just dump it out back. We ain't got no time for
Oh,
Some people's kids, man.
I tell you, right?
People are fucked up.
Which one is the Dulcim? Is it Dulcim that? Which one's
I don't
that
That was
one?
I
Guile.
don't know who music goes
Is
with
that
I thought
what.
that was
Guile?
Guile.
That's Guile. All right, hold up. Give me a second.
We're not gonna get a flag for copyright infringement, are we?
I hope
Or
not.
you're about to
I
do?
hope not. We're commentating on this.
Right on. But I think that's Guile. No? Is it?
Hold up.
I mean, I hear the
Okay.
Street Fighter music.
This song fucks, dude.
You're stupid. Stop freestyling. Come on.
Sing a song. Yeah, so that's the song that they put over him, like hitting people with jackets, dude. That shit's hilarious.
Yeah. Man, I love me some Street Fighter.
Right? I know.
I remember
I used to be.
wasting so much fucking money on
I
these
know.
places. So in the Philippines, well, I mean, we had arcades, but they were usually like in malls, whatever. And
Yeah.
then you'll have like the outliers where there's like one machine, you know, um, coin operated in a pool hall somewhere, right?
Yeah.
But usually how I played video games back in the day was there would be this place, I don't know, a couple miles from where my grandma lived, called Video 8.
Yeah.
And they were they're kind of like Blockbuster. They rented out VHS tapes,
Yeah.
and in the back they had Super Nintendo systems, and you could you pay them a certain amount of money, and you had a certain amount of time, with that machine,
Yeah.
and you just pick your game, and like you can't, and you can change your games, but you're only limited to like, I don't know, one or two, maybe three changes.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's how I would play Street Fighter, and I would go there for like 2 hours at a time and just
Right.
pay all this money just so I could play some Street Fighter.
Yeah. No, when I was playing Street Fighter 2, I was living in a motel, right? And it was right next to this corner liquor store, right? So every evening when my dad would come home from work with my mom would start cooking dinner, and I would go over to the liquor store with him so he could get his beer, and kids, right? You need to distract them with some shit. So
Hmm.
he'd give me like maybe $1 or $2 in quarters, and I would play Street Fighter 2. Like when Street Fighter 2 came out, yeah. So I'm like a little kid in a liquor store playing video games, right?
Right.
But before that came out, like it was Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man.
Right.
Tron was there. I remember. I
Tron.
remember when, yeah, Tron, dude. I remember that. What is it? I remember when a Sniper Scope came into the fucking liquor store. I remember when I was playing that. What is it? Here's where my early military ambitions came in. There was this game by Sega. I think it's called Airwolf or some shit like that. Airwolf was a TV show, wasn't it?
Yes,
Yes.
it was. Mind you, I just watched episodes of that shit the other night, and I had to remind my young niece that when she was a baby, she used to wait for me at the door to get home from school,
Yeah.
and then sit on my lap for an hour while I watch Airwolf every day, like at 3:30.
How do you like it now?
I fell asleep at my desk.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of, I fell asleep to MacGyver last night. The MacGyver classic. I
Ah,
was I
you know
put on.
what?
Oh,
I did watch all the reboot of MacGyver,
Uh-huh.
and it was a horribly dumb show compared to the original.
Yeah, I think I saw.
But they did have two hot chicks on it, though. I will say that
Right.
weren't white as usual.
Yeah.
Hot Asian chick, hot half black chick.
There you go.
Choplifter. That's what I think. That's what it was called. And what you did was
Okay.
you were in a helicopter. You're in a helicopter, and I think you were like in Afghanistan, right? So you had to go and rescue the POWs from the Russians.
Hmm.
Yeah. It was a
Interesting.
fucking cool ass game. I used to play that game. Yeah, look, man, I was rescuing motherfuckers back in the day, son. Ambitions of defending America.
I remember playing Top Gun on the Nintendo, or
I
in Japan we
I
called it
played,
or Famicom.
yeah, I played not Top Gun, but that other one, the other jet fighter game in the arcade at the liquor store too. Yeah,
Afterburner?
but Afterburner. Yeah, I played
Afterburner was
Afterburner at
good.
the arcade.
I
Yeah,
think
and
that was
not
with Sega.
yeah, not the one where you like sit in the little fucking seat with the gyroscope all around you, so that when you're like flying the plane, it like makes you go upside down and shit like that. No, not that. No, no, standing still and you got to move your head. You know, like ooh, like
Yep.
yeah, that's how I played. Like, you know, like doing all that funky shit.
Yeah.
Um, can I drop some hate right now on a different topic?
Oh yeah, sure,
Do it.
absolutely, dude. We
Um,
don't have a set schedule of shit we talking about.
okay, so this is the hate of the day.
All
Um,
right.
there is a restaurant that I was super anticipating visiting because they have.
Now, should we give the name of the restaurant?
I'm gonna hold off on that, and I'll
Okay.
let you decide at the end.
All right.
So, they have an all-you-can-eat Taco Tuesday with
Really?
5 tacos per order. Their limit, I
Okay.
think, is like 32. I know I can eat an easy 16 if I'm on an empty stomach and drunk.
Yeah.
And it's less than maybe 2 or 3 miles away from my house, like literally a 5-minute drive, and I can be there.
Right.
Um,
Mhm.
and so I never went to the all you can eat, but one day I ordered them from Grubhub.
Yeah.
And you know how I like my Mexican food, man. You know how I feel,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is by far the worst Mexican food I've ever had in my fucking life.
What?
Damn.
They came from actual Mexicans making it.
Huh.
Okay.
Like
Well,
honestly,
It's like sacrilege.
Taco Bell had more flavor,
I mean,
and I hate Taco Bell.
are they like Mexicans from Mexico? Or are they Mexicans from Texas? Because if they're from Texas, then I can understand the worst Mexican food you've ever had.
I'm
Hey,
uh,
Texas has pretty good fucking Mexican food too.
uh,
No, it's Tex. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean maybe, but
At least the
they're
place that
more
I'm
known.
in that it's been
Yeah,
there.
this place is
they're more
not a
known for
Tex
their Tex-Mex.
This place is not a Tex-Mex place. I didn't go inside, so I don't know. Um, you know, um, I haven't seen the owners or
Yeah,
anything. So, but I'm just basing it off the advertisements, their social media, and whatnot. Right? It
yeah,
looks like standard Mexican fare that we get in LA all the time.
yeah.
And I got the food. Got my girl her chicken taco. I got like a beef taco. I got a shrimp taco or a shrimp. No, I got a shrimp burrito. But they gave me shrimp and beef, so they gave me the surf and turf, which I was like, boom, bonus, right?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Because they had some kind of like ultimate shrimp taco kind of deal or whatever, fuck, right? And I didn't know
right.
it came with beef inside. But as I was eating it, I was like, my girl ate her shit first, and she's like, this shit's bland, don't taste good. Like what? So I ate the chicken. And I was like, yeah, this is some whack chicken. They ain't even put this on the
Yeah,
grill. Should taste like it's out of a can, kind of deal. You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So then I go into my beef taco, and I put some sauce on it, and it's eating it. I'm like, no, this shit's fire. I'm good, right?
yeah, yeah,
Um, then she's like, taste it without the sauce. So I took a couple of bites, a couple of pieces of the meat and popped in my mouth, and I was
yeah.
like, yeah, this shit ain't this. just shit ain't seasoned. It's definitely like not Mexican seasoned. You know what I'm saying? This
Yes.
might have like a pinch of black pepper and salt on it, but that's about it. And how
Right.
does that make this Mexican food? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
where's all the other shit, the chilies and whatnot? You know?
Yeah.
Um, and so
Well.
then I moved on to my burrito.
Yeah.
And like if it wasn't guacamole on it, it would one the shrimp were like the tiniest fucking shrimp. No, they got tiny shrimp and then they minced them. And I'm like, who fucking
The fuck?
minces shrimp in a fucking shrimp burrito? Like
People.
who? Two,
People
they were
struggling. People struggling.
two. The shit was steamed. Like it didn't even
How
the
folk?
shrimp didn't even have like char on it. It was like they got shrimp cocktail, diced that shit up, and put some guacamole on top, and pico de gallo, and called it a Mexican burrito.
That's no bueno.
Like completely no bueno, bro. And I'm like, I was very angry, and you know I don't get angry often about food. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Come like one, I paid a high premium just to get it delivered from Grubhub. So then now
Right.
I'm like, this is why your fucking Taco Tuesday so fucking cheap. Like,
Right.
ugh, you know?
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
so I was like,
Okay. So what's the name of the place? What's the name of the place?
TNT Mexican restaurant.
Oh, see, that right there should tell you any place that doesn't have like a Spanish name, other than King Taco, of course. But if it's not Alberto's or Carlos's or or a chain restaurant like
Yeah, yeah,
Chente's, right?
give him a real Mexican name like Socorro or some shit.
Right,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Well,
Sochi's.
well,
Yeah,
too,
right.
with the name TNT, I was expecting my shit to be hot, and it wasn't. That
Right,
was the other problem.
right.
Like, I ordered something that was supposed to be hot, that because I ordered like three things for myself, so I could taste the rainbow, and it was
Yeah,
a bland ass rainbow all the way around.
right,
Like
Right.
the heat wasn't hot, the flavor wasn't there. It was like I want to write like a scathing review,
yeah.
but I don't want to be that much of a hater because it's a small business. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
So instead, let's put them on blast in a podcast that we're gonna put on YouTube, and even more people could possibly watch.
Well, I mean, here's the rest of the story.
All right.
So, um, a few days ago, or maybe like last week, they started because I was still following them on social media. They put out a post about how their landlord wants to tear down their taco place and
Right.
put in a car wash. And I was
Right.
like, that's a novel idea because I don't need no whack Mexican around here. Yeah.
Hey, look, car washes are money makers, bruh.
Yeah. I was
Oh,
like, I could get better Mexican food from the Tams that's like a block or two away from this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Right? Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get better
Exactly.
Mexican
Exactly.
at a hamburger stand than I can at a Mexican restaurant, which is fucking sad. Uh, so they're asking
Oh
for
man, you
assistance.
could get
So
better. You could probably get better Mexican food like outside, like in Montana, than probably at this
yeah,
place.
I mean, like I got El Tio, not too far from me.
Right?
I got a couple of Tams around here. You know,
Yeah.
like there's a Mexican food place. Oh shit, I got Tacos Gavilan, which is fire. Uh,
Right. Oh,
I,
hey. While we're on the topic of tacos here, one of my uncles owns a chain of restaurants with his brothers and shit.
mhm.
They're called Sanchez. Sanchez. Do you have a Sanchez near you?
They have that in L.A.
Yeah, yeah. I remember he had a store in Garden Grove that he worked out of. But there's a couple of Sanchez's. I know there was one in Long Beach. I don't know if there's one in Norwalk. But
is that
Is
yeah,
it
only
Sanchez
Sanchez's
restaurant or
or
Sanchez
yeah?
taco truck?
Sanchez Restaurants. It's a restaurant. But I'm
Okay.
sure they DoorDash or Grubhub or something.
Um, Yes, there is.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. My uncle.
Sanchez Restaurant and Catering.
Yeah, my uncle and his brothers own that shit.
All right. They
Now, if you're wondering why I ain't gonna get any of the money, it's because my aunt, who I'm blood related to, and him got divorced, so I ain't getting
Mm.
nothing. But my cousins are set up nicely, so
There you go.
so that's the good part. My cousins don't have to worry about their life, so that's good.
damn homie, this shit is like literally around the block.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
Literally,
shit.
that's my uncle's place. It should be my uncle's place. Yeah,
yeah.
one of them.
Yeah, I will definitely roll through and check out the fair.
Yeah, yeah, be my guest. I mean, I remember it being good, but I was like still a kid back in the day. I'm 88 years old now, so this was back when I was what? I don't know, maybe 12 or 13 or some shit.
Mm.
Yeah. So
So a
so yeah,
lifetime ago.
yeah, yeah, more than a lifetime ago. Several
Several.
lifetimes ago.
Right. Right on. What
Yeah,
else are we
no,
talking about today?
yeah. So back to TNT. So they start
Yeah.
asking people basically to write a petition and give them support on trying to get a moratorium on car washes because there were so many car washes in a square mile of their restaurant and it's
Right.
not needed. So they're trying to force the landlord not to redevelop the property so they can keep their shitty fucking restaurant with bland ass food.
Right. Yeah, you know what I'd be like, oh, you're not gonna make a car wash? Okay, fine, then I'm making a laundromat.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like no matter what, you gotta go. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Right.
exactly.
And I feel bad because I'm like, is the food bad because of the Rona and business is bad, so they're taking too many shortcuts?
Yeah,
But
Maybe.
there's so many other places that I've seen flourish during the Rona. Like Porto's doors ain't never closed. Why? Because the food's fire. You know?
Porto's, the bakery?
yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
They got a
remember.
Portos in Vegas?
No, but I remember Porto's in Los Angeles, and that shit is
Hell
fire.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
So I'm like,
Their potato balls, dude. That's the shit.
all I
Yep.
need is cheese rolls, man. I don't really eat anything
That
else
that
there.
that
Cheese.
cheese rolls, yeah, the cheese rolls are fucking dynamite, bro. I
Yeah.
Dude,
remember that shit.
they're croquetas. Oh, that's what the cheese rolls. They're croquetas. Some of them they got
Yeah.
ham, they got
No,
broccoli in
no,
them.
no.
Oh man.
I mean the sweet desserty cheese rolls. That's all I
Yep.
eat.
Oh,
I go, I get
That's
like
all I've ever
a
had
dozen
from
of
Porto's.
those, and then I'm out. I don't need nothing else in there y'all offering. I want or need. I just
You
need
know,
those.
every time that I've gone, I think I've gone there twice. And both times that I've been through Porto's, there's always a ridiculous line. Or there's a lot of people
Yeah,
yeah.
for those cheese rolls.
yeah. This fire ass
Oh
food,
yeah.
and that's what I'm saying. If a place didn't flourish during the Rona, their food was either whack or their service was bad.
Right.
It's like one of the two. Because like Jack in the Box ain't, like it's like the convenience
Hmm.
and the quality and the service. In and out lines stay long. Jack in the
Hmm.
Box is still open. Like all the
Yeah.
chain places are basically still open. So if your food wasn't good enough to make an impression on your patrons, then they're not coming back for a reason. So
You
either
know,
the food is horrible like at TNT, or your service is horrible like some other places. So it's like, oh, well, I'm not gonna waste money going there, you know, since
Yeah.
the service is whack and it's inconvenient. You know what I'm saying? Because like all
Yeah.
these food trucks popped up, right?
uh-huh.
Yeah.
And they're selling food and they're making it, and
Yeah.
selling at a higher price. So any place that's like, yeah, our business is going down because of the Rona. Like actually, I fucking had a home inspector or appraiser come through to
Yeah.
appraise my home, and the motherfucker he's like, yeah, I asked him a couple of questions like, yeah, I used to be in the restaurant business for like 15, 20 years. But now I'm doing this again because of the Rona. And they just thought like, yeah, your food wasn't that fire, nigga.
Speaking of fast food places, fast food chains, the
Yeah.
weirdest shit uh, happened couple weeks ago. My wife and I had a late night craving for, for a big greasy burger, right? So, we went to Carl's Jr. because they usually have, those $6 burgers.
Yeah.
Dude,
So
they're fucking their burgers are like the closest thing to like hole in the wall diner burgers that you could
right,
get at a chain restaurant. Yeah.
exactly. So we
Flame
went
broiled,
over there.
dude. Yeah, it's the way to go.
Yeah, exactly. So we were gonna go over there, and our plan was, we'll get it, we'll come back home, fry up an egg, put an egg in each of our burgers, and feast. Right? We were gonna do
Right.
that. Well, we get to the drive-through of the Carl's Jr. closest to our house, and no one was. Actually, before I say that, as we were pulling up to go through the drive-through, there was a car who was leaving.
Yeah.
So it's a normal thing that happens. You don't think anything of it. So we go through the drive-through. No one comes on.
Right.
The lights were still on. Like everything was on.
Yeah.
But there's no one like on the other side. No one's taking our order. So we're like, what the fuck? And so we left, and we were talking about it, and we're like, that dude probably, the guy that was leaving as we were pulling up, um, is probably like the last worker here. Like he probably had to go. But I'm like, they're not closed though. It was like 11 o'clock at night, and there's no one here. It says drive-through is open 24 hours a day. Actually, I was like, the hell is going on? So we go to a different one. Same thing. This one actually was like completely shut down. Like the lights were off, and I'm like, all right, so what the fuck do we do now? So she's like, screw it, let's just go to Burger King. So we go to Burger King, and the lights were fucking off too. I'm like,
What?
yeah. And so we eventually ended up just going to McDonald's. So we went to we went to Mickey D's, right? And
Yeah.
we're looking at each other like, took us a whole fucking 45 minutes just to get some fucking McDonald's.
What?
Like I don't know. So it's like, why are these places closed?
Yeah.
And the only thing we could surmise was, uh people are quitting because they're not getting paid enough.
Oh.
So
Yeah, that'll do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
That sounds
it was
very, very
yeah,
feasible.
but it was a very surreal night, because it's like you don't expect, like the first three places that you go to get food to be closed,
Right.
or, like, it's like unsuccessful. You go to these places, you're like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
Like you just left. This one's completely fucking closed, and the other one is too. Like I guess we're going to McDonald's. Like the hell? That's a weird night.
Yeah.
So
Dude. So, man, I did want to touch on the topic though. I mean, it's probably polarizing and politically charged because that's just how I roll. But uh, I did want to touch on the fact that places that suck, right? Like this TNT place. Like, look, if you can't afford to like pay your people, you shouldn't be in business, right? And
Mm-hmm.
if you're losing your business because you're selling a low quality product, then you should be you should have like the wherewithal of like, hey, you know what? We are putting out some shitty shit, so maybe we shouldn't be in this business. Or hey, maybe improve how you do business or improve your product. But I've seen kitchen nightmares enough to know, dude, some of these places just deserve to go down. Like,
right,
like the Titanic, they gotta go down. Like, oh, you went out of business. Ah, too bad. I can understand. I can understand. Like, if you were selling like really, really great food, right? And then it's like, oh, we just hit hard times. You got my sympathies. But other than that, nah, survival of the fittest, son.
spoken like a true Republican.
Well, no, because these motherfuckers, they're all pro business. Like, if you're a business, they treat you better than they would an orphan child.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I mean, yeah, no, I don't know how Republican that is, but shit, no, I mean, really, survival of the fittest. Like if you're not providing good service, you're not providing a good product, then you should be out of business, or
Yeah,
either
get the fuck out. Exactly.
improve or die. Yeah, make room, fool. Make room for something that's legit, like a car wash or a laundromat.
We're talking to you, TNT.
That's right. That's right.
Fucking TNT. It's explosive.
Oh, no.
Yeah, explosive diarrhea.
Yeah. Dude, I'm
Did you
like,
get
I
did you get Montezuma's revenge?
no.
The chorro.
The only Mexican place that does that to me is Tacos Mexico.
Okay, yeah, I don't like
Like
Tacos Mexico either.
their hot sauce does something to me.
Yeah.
And like even their food is better than
TNT.
TNT.
Yeah, yeah, no, I mean, because I've
Like I
had
would
Tacos
prefer,
Mexico.
because there is a Tacos Mexico in my neighborhood, and I was like,
Yeah.
I would have preferred to eat that shit than that.
Dude, we had a Tacos Mexico in like where the old Taco Bell used to be near my house, and we ran it out of town.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, no one went there. No one went to the Tacos Mexico. They're like, why are we going here? But the King Taco in my neighborhood, always packed, dude. Always. There isn't a day that I haven't gone in there and it isn't packed, dude. Even
King
during the
Taco.
Rona, motherfuckers standing outside. I was standing outside in line like I need to get my King Taco fixed, yo.
That's how good it is, man. King
Hell
Taco.
yeah. Not to
Yeah.
besmirch.
Listening,
Not
we
to
need-
bes. Yeah.
need
Not to
sponsors.
besmirch. Not to besmirch our beloved King Taco, but I don't like their chicken tacos either.
No,
Really?
I don't. I mean, the beef is my favorite, but they have one of the best chicken tacos I've had.
Yeah. Yeah.
Homeboy just
I don't.
He just hating.
Oh man, yeah, no, it's just their chicken taco I don't like. I mean, I like it when I put the red sauce on there. Yeah, no problem. But they got a bunch of other good ass tacos too. Like, and they
Do
don't,
they have
and they
birria?
keep, huh?
Tacos de birria? Do they have tacos de birria?
I think they might have them at like select King Tacos, but not all of them have them. No, like some King Tacos have like more items on their menu. Like I went to this one King Taco that's near Southgate, and they got chimichangas and a whole bunch of other shit that they don't sell at the other King Tacos. Most King Tacos keep their menu simple, like tacos, burritos, nachos, tamales,
Do they have lengua?
rotisserie chicken. They, I don't know if they got lengua, but they got cabeza.
Cabeza. I mean, I'll eat the fuck out of that too. Shit.
Yeah, but some of them do have lengua. Some of them do actually have lengua. You just got to find the ones that have them. But yeah, they got suadero. They got the what is it? The al pastor.
Al pastor.
Al pastor. Milanesa. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I only ever eat the carne asada one, but their other stuff is really good.
Right on.
Yeah, well, I got people who I've been I've known for years that they're like, nah, we don't fuck with King Taco, and I'm like, why the fuck not? I'm like, oh, their tacos just aren't that good, and that's because they go
still.
huh?
You better not be talking to those people still.
Right, right. No, they go to Tacos El Gavilan. What's that other one? Tacos Gordo, right?
Yeah. Oh, from the food truck.
The Tacos Gordo.
Yeah.
No, there's a
because in my
mortar.
old neighborhood and in Hawthorne, there's a Tacos Gordo's food truck.
Yeah.
I used to get tacos from, and those are solid.
Yeah, no, Tacos Gordo is good. I mean, that's a decent substitute for King Taco. I tried Tacos Gordos in San Diego. They have two of them down there, and that's where I've gotten Tacos Gordo, and their stuff is good. It's a good substitute for King Taco. Their hot sauce.
We have
Their
tacos
hot
Gordo
sauce.
here in Las
Yeah, their hot sauce isn't that fire like the King Tacos hot sauce, because that shit's unique. It's exclusive to King Taco only, but yeah.
Like really, I go for their sauce, not anything else.
Right.
That's what I go there for. Fuck the carne asada. It's the sauce I go for.
Yeah. Now my homeboy Chef Tony took me to some place in Compton, a corner in Compton, where a guy had like a food stall set up. And man, this 2-man operation was amazing.
Yeah.
And the tacos had to be better than anything I've ever had before in my life.
Oh shit.
Dude, I was driving home from work, taking the streets, and I saw these people making tacos on the sidewalk of a Ralph's.
Mm.
Dude.
Sounds like a similar thing, because like there were people parked on this block that just came to line up to get tacos.
Yeah.
And then you had some like some hound dogs. I mean, not hound dogs, but stray dogs and cats. They were hanging out because they're right in front of an empty, right in front of an empty lot. So they're just waiting for us to like dump the trash and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I must like the spice because this shit hot too.
Yeah, because just to give you that TJ feel, right?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Oh man.
But yeah, like some of the best shit. But they cooked all the meat in the same pot. So the pork, the beef, everything is in like one big oily pot, and then they break off pieces and start doing the dicing. And man, so fire. The only thing they had King Taco has on them is King Taco's red sauce is like the best red sauce I've ever had in my fucking life.
Hell yeah, man! That red sauce is the shit. That's the whole. Chino's not wrong. Like, I'm really for the sauce.
You know,
it's
some of the best.
Sauce.
Some of the best tacos I've ever had, aside from King Taco, are from this fucking taco truck. Like the second, we took the second to the last exit southbound on the 5 before you hit the border.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was, but it was there, like past Palm Avenue, past like way the fuck away. Like we pulled up to this parking lot and there was this this taco truck, and man, them fucking tacos were the shit. Best tacos I've ever had. Best fucking tacos I've ever had.
Yeah.
Amazing.
No, I mean some of these places. What is it? Our boy Ralph. Our boy Ralph took me to this place one time. It was like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and we stopped by this place that was in a parking lot, and like they got their floodlights on. They got a generator. They got they're cooking shit right there off of propane, just chopping it up and cooking it up, dude, in this fucking empty ass parking lot. Fucking bomb ass tacos, dude.
Hell yeah.
Kicked ass. Hell yeah. Get that real TJ feel. People hustling, man. People hustling.
Gotta respect that. You know what I mean? So.
Yep. So yeah. All right. I guess it's that time. Time to go get these ginger pigs.
Word. I gotta make breakfast.
Get some breakfast.
Yep.
All right, man.
All right. Anyone else? We got anything else?
Yeah, one more thing. I once again want to shout out my barber, Tim Chapo.
Right.
Keeps me fresh, this man. So that's it. That's all I got.
All right. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on the Instagram. Subscribe and watch our subscribe and like our videos on YouTube. Push us like crack. And until next time, homies.
Peace.